we know that women in families across all countries provide the bulk of care, right? When I was at ISIS Malaysia, we did a projection of how much unpaid care work is happening in homes. So KRI did a count. So in a week, 10 women spend at least 10 more hours on unpaid care work than men. And that's most of the time they're actually going to work. Actually, the sample, a lot of them were women who were already working. So it amounts to a double shift. And we are really losing out on the economic gains by not even recognizing that this is labor. It actually amounts to, if we were to count it and then we were to benchmark it according to, let's say, the average housekeeper rates in Malaysia, which is a little bit on the lower side, it actually amounts to about 379 billion that could be added to our GDP. But that is just an estimation. The real cost is potentially much higher because unpaid care work covers everything from cooking and cleaning and even just making the decisions, okay, what happens? How do I get the groceries? What kind of groceries do I get? That is all time and that is all labor. Now, why is this important? Because in Malaysia, you see, like Shakira has said, I think the education gaps have all but closed. Women and girls outperform men and boys in certain areas. When it comes to healthcare, we have also closed a lot of these gaps. We have almost eradicated, I think, early childhood mortality and maternal mortality. But what's really missing is these gains in terms of labor force participation and political empowerment. So you see that in the charts here. Actually, Malaysia within the ASEAN region, we are among one of the lowest in terms of women's political representation, and it's the same for our labor force participation rate. We are at 55.6% with a goal of reaching 60%. But that means there's still a huge amount of women who are still not going to be able to enter the workforce. In contrast, men's labor force participation is about 80-something%, right? So this is an issue, and it has been reported over and over again in household labor force surveys that women, 93% of people who are out of the labor force or who are reducing their work hours are doing it because of care responsibilities. 93% of that are women. So it is still very much a gendered problem.